सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्णः परमात्मने नमः। ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि च मनश्च मनोमयः स्यात् कोशो ममाहमिति वस्तु विकल्पहेतुः संज्ञादिभेदकलनाकलितो बलीयान् अभिपूर्य विजृम्भते यः मनोमयो नापि भवेत् परात्मा ह्याद्यन्तवत्वात् परिणामी भावात् दुःखात्मकत्वात् विषयत्वहेतोः द्रष्टा हि दृश्यमात्मतया न द्रष्टः। So Manomaya Kosha, we were seeing it, and there was a question in the last class. So you can tell me what is the question and you can tell me what is the answer. Because I have forgotten the question.
What is the beginning of, and the mind has beginning and end. So you ask us what is the beginning and end.
Because Acharya says that now that we know that mind has the beginning and end, so it cannot be Atma.
Correct. So then it is correct, right? There is no doubt on that. So where is what was the question then? Mind has got beginning and end.
You asked us if this is correct. Does mind beginning and end?
Where does mind begin and when does it end?
No, first, is that correct?
Yeah.
If it is correct, then only where does it begin and where does it end? First, what is that answer? Is it correct?
Yes, Manas has a beginning and has an end.
Okay. Now where is the beginning and where is the end?
Real beginning is when Srishti occurs. Srishti, from Brahman to Maya to Ahankara, that is the real beginning.
Okay, and where does it end?
So, at Samashti, it will end in Pralaya. But for integral, after, as mind, as person gets birth, for a non-jnani, for a person who's not jnani, one will carry into Sukshma Sharir after the death, and then when they get their new birth, next birth, it will Manas will take its form, right?
So it will become the potential to manifest it.
And for a jnani, Manas will cease to exist when they attain jnana. However, I think you asked the question if a jnani is alive, can we say they don't have mind? They do, but it is not. It is only for transactional. It it has no attachment.
So you are now contradicting your own earlier
Devalue.
statement.
Hmm?
You are contradicting your earlier statement. During Jnanam, the Manas is gone. So after Jnanam, is the Manas there for a Jnani? Yes, it is there for transaction, devalued. So it is there or not there?
After their death, it does not carry forward.
So Jnanam and Manas has no connection then.
No, mind ceases to exist when they achieve the jnana.
Then after that, so then they don't have mind after that.
They they do only for transaction.
So they have it or they don't have it? So,
Yeah, but the mind is the one that is where the thoughts are again devalued, right? Thoughts are
you
the,
may see 1 minute. You may value it, you may devalue it. That is your problem. But is it there or not there is the question first.
It is there. I think it is there.
It is there.
That it merged with the Brahman and then it ceases to exist for the Jnani.
It-
For us, for the other,
Manas merges with Brahman.
the Shushma Sharira is no longer there, right? It
So-
is no longer after
So
the.
it goes and merges with Brahman.
It doesn't merge with Brahman because Brahman is everywhere. So no, it doesn't merge. It just ceases to exist basically
How?
after the.
How it can cease to exist? Something which is there. Suddenly you say, you are now, all the laws are going off. All logical laws are just being thrown in the name of philosophy. Something is there, suddenly it has gone off. Nothing is there, suddenly it comes in. Huh? Can it work that way? Okay, someone else has got something else to say. Is Manas got a beginning or end? बाकी लोग से पूछना भी नहीं है, छोड़ दो, कोई आंसर नहीं है. Okay, now that means we are saying that Manas has got a start and the end. The starting of Manas for an individual cannot be samashti. So if it is vyashti and if you say with birth it comes, then the question will come, from where did it come? So it was there in the Karana Sharira. So it was never had gone. So where can you say that it came and it went? If you are talking of samashti, that is out of scope here, because we are talking about individuals and not everyone. So there is some catch somewhere which we are missing. Okay, don't forget the logic. This shloka will refer to a person in this janma or across janma. This shloka.
Across janma.
What is the use of talking about across janma for jnana?
Oh yeah, it is for this janma.
Huh?
Jnana means
Huh?
that now.
We are saying janmas itself are not there. This is your culmination of the whole thing. Why talk about across janmas? Now and here for this person to understand is what is being told. So the reference is this janma. Okay.
For that, then the embodiment happens at birth because it comes from Sthula Sharir from previous. Sukshma Sharira.
It comes. comes
Like potential from one.
it from
Potential.
so it is not Adya and Anta then. Again I have a problem now. Even for this Janma, if I say that this mind comes from my Karana Sharira to this Sukshma Sharira in this body, then I have a problem. Then it was always there. So no Adya and Anta even in this Janma. Then how is this shloka told by Acharya? Finally, logically, we are trying to prove that Acharya is wrong. That means if Acharya is not wrong, then where could be an error? No, don't go for solution. Don't go for solution. You will go into this stupid cycle of self-fooling. Somewhere I am going wrong, and if I continue to think in that way, I will continue to make that error. So the first point is to stop it and understand where am I going wrong. Are my assumptions correct? Okay. To help you all, I will ask you to read the 50th shloka and read it loudly. The first line is good enough. The previous shloka. I don't know whether others are able to even think and understand what is happening here. या कुछ तो इन लोग बात कर रहे हैं. Once again, sir starts with the next shloka. We will continue. कुछ इंटरवल तो नहीं लिया है ना? Coffee break. What is the previous shloka?
ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि च मनश्च मनोमय स्यात्.
बस enough. Here I have got my answer. Read that again. What does it tell you?
ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि च मनश्च मनोमय स्यात्.
What is the meaning of it?
Jnanendriyas bring
And with Jnanendriya, with Manas is the Manomaya Koshaha.
Okay. This is postulate number 1. Keep it there. What was my question?
When does it begin?
What?
Manas.
What was the previous shloka? I will keep juggling you all between these only till you get your answer. Read it. Don't think aloud now. Jnanendriyani manascha
Manascha Manomaya Syat.
What does it mean? Jnanendriya and the mind together is the Manomaya Kosha.
Manomaya.
Clear? No doubt about it?
No doubt.
Okay. Now go to the next shloka. And in the first line, second part you read. Hyadyantavantaha. Correct. That's all. He adyanta antaha. It indeed has a start and an end.
End, okay.
What?
Manomayo.
What has got start and end?
He, so Manomaya, right? Manomaya.
One minute. So the second shloka is telling Manomaya has got a start and an end.
Right.
And what is Manomaya? Indriyani
Jnani,
Manasya.
Manasya. Yeah.
Very clear now? Now what was my question?
Manas as is there a
Are you getting the catch now? What has got the start and end, and what is my question here?
right? Manas is with the Jnanendriya is Manomaya Kosha,
Ah.
which says has a beginning and an end.
So what has a beginning and end?
Manas has a beginning and
No. Manomaya Kosha has got the... Did you get the catch here? I was fooling around with you all with talking about Manas when the shloka is referring to Manomaya Kosha.
No, I'm not saying Manas has a beginning and an end.
Ah.
Kosha.
Now you understand. So both will fit properly.
He's not saying Manas is going to go
Correct.
and die.
What is Manomaya Kosha?
Go away.
Huh? What is Manomaya Kosha? Only when the Indriyas and the Manas join. And when can that happen? Only when you are alive, when you are born. When will it go?
Right.
When you die or when you sleep? Or when you are unconscious?
Right.
Are you able to get this? That is why Adi and Anta is there. No, is correct. He didn't refer to Manas. I confused you all by asking Manas because immediately what we do, Manas equal to Manomaya Kosha is what we equate always. And that is where our error is.
So it's a trick question.
Because the Manas alone, Acharya is referring to Manomaya Kosha, not to Manas. And Manomaya has got two components in it. When these two come together, Manomaya Kosha is there. When will that come together? Only when you are born. When it will end? Either when you are sleeping or when you are unconscious or when you die. Even in Swapna, Manomaya Kosha is going to be there. Is it clear? Swapna Indriyani you will get, Swapna Manas you will get, Swapna fever you will get, Swapna Bhaya you will get, Swapna Harsha you will get. But that Manomaya is there. Okay. Manas is different, Manomaya is different. Prana is different, Pranamaya is different. Anna is different, Annamaya is different. Are you able to get this? And this is where the trick was. So Acharya is perfectly right in saying He Adi Antavantaha. It has got a start and it has got an end. And hence, Na Etu Paratma. It is not Paratma. It is not Paramatma. It cannot be Paramatma. Napi Bhavet Paratma. He Adyanta Vatvat Parinami Bhavat. What is Parinami Bhava? Yeah, Sudhirji, you wanted to tell something? I thought you...
I got the clarity.
Okay. ठीक है. हाँ. What is Parinami Bhava? Modification. Parinami is modification. You can see at one time we are happy, one time we are sad, one time we are anxiety is there, once excitement is there. All these are part of Manomaya Kosha. And these are modifications of that Kosha. Okay. The Indriyas may bring the same. That is why when we say two people see a particular drishya, but both the people's feeling about the drishya is different. What input has come to the mind from the eyes are exactly the same, but then this manas part is different for both, and hence even if the indriya brings the same, due to my vasanas coloring my manas, my manomaya kosha is different, and hence that feel of the environment will be different, and if the feel of the environment is different, my responses will be different, my thought processes will be different. Is it clear? So parinami, it is never constant, always changing. Correct? You know one classic example, people outside India are always confused with we Indians. Especially Hindu Indians, if they go out, others are confused. They go for official work, they will ask, I am vegetarian. Okay. Then suddenly the next day they will say, no, today I can eat non-vegetarian. Only on Ekadashi or on Wednesday, on Thursdays I don't eat, but on Wednesdays and Fridays I can eat or something or that sort. So those people are actually asking, are you vegetarian or are you non-vegetarian? No, it is, you will not understand it. It is very tricky. Certain days I am vegetarian, certain days I am non-vegetarian. समझ में आ रहा है? Modification कितना है देखो. Simple thing को how much it is complex just by the Manomaya kosha. Working on it. Is it clear? Yeah. So Parinami bhavat dukkhatmakatvat. Dukkhatmakatvat. Manomaya kosha is dukkhatmakatvat. Very, very clear. What is dukkhatmakatvat? It is always of the nature of suffering. Why? Vishayatva hetoho. Because it is being an object of the knowledge. It is being always as an object. Okay. Drashta hi drishyatmataya na drishtaha. Okay, the seer indeed drishyatmataya as an object seen na drashtaha is not known. So which means he says the subject can never become the object of knowledge. Okay. What does he mean here? Dukkhatmakatvat Vishayatva hetoho. Always this Manomaya kosha objectifies everything. And because it objectifies everything, it can never objectify the subject itself. Are you able to understand this? How does the Manomaya kosha work? Indriyani manas militva yo bhavati so manomaya kosha. What is the job of Indriyani? To go to the Vishaya and bring the inputs of the Vishaya. That means that Manomaya kosha is always Bahirmukha, objectifying everything and every situation. So, because it has got the nature of objectifying everything, it can do everything which is objectified except the subject, because the subject can never be objectified. So, Manomaya kosha will never understand aham iti sakshat. Even if it tries to understand, it will objectify it. And then there is an error. Okay, so how has he put it? He says it always sees it as an object and never sees the drashtaha, the subject. It can never see. Why? Because this Manomaya kosha needs Indriya. The Indriya Sarva Pramana Agocharaha, Indriya Agochara is Atma. So how can this Manomaya even try to understand the subject? So everything whatever it sees, it will objectify. That is why many of our shlokas of the subject matter also starts as objectification, and then we try to remove that objectifying and call it subject. Like Dwa Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya, there are two birds. Okay, so you show it as an object and then you say that no, there is also a subject with it. Both are superimposed. But this particular objectifying one cannot see the subject. Then who understands the subject? Vijnanamaya kosha only will know it. The knowledge will understand it. The intellect will understand it. Manomaya will never understand it. Are you able to get this?
So, yeah, and so would we not not have to use our mana to understand it?
Yeah.
You cannot. If you try to use your manas, you will be just going in a wrong way. It will never be able to understand because it needs the indriya.
Okay.
Not India, Mama was not there.
Okay. Same way Vijnanamaya also will not understand it. Vijnana is different, Vijnanamaya is different. The Mayat Shabda itself means it comes and goes. That means it is fleeting. That means it is objectified. The moment you say Mayat, it has become an object. You'll see that. Okay. So, how is he told? He says, Drashtahi drishyatmataya na drashtaha. Okay. That the seer cannot be objectified and seen because he is the subject, and Manomaya Kosha cannot reach there, and hence Manomaya cannot be the Paratma. Are you able to get this? Is it clear? Okay. Then now he moves to the next one. So what all he has told in this? What is Manomaya? What is the first baby of this Manomaya? Mama and Aham. And then each of the Vastu Vikalpa Hetuhu. So Sanyadi Kalana Kalitaha Baliyan. So it immediately objectifies everything. It gives Nama Rupa Gunaha for everything. Okay. And immediately it breaks everything into various buckets. And then it segregates that Aham and Mama. Other than Aham, the rest everything is the world. Other than Mama, rest everything is not belonging to me. Only these are belonging to me. Okay, so this immediately it starts doing it. Okay, and then it is stronger than the Pranamaya Kosha. That is why from the Manomaya, the Pranamaya can be directed. So when the mind thinks, the Prana will go to that part of the body to work. Baliya. Okay. Then he says, this is not Paratma. Why? It has got a start and end. The Manomaya Kosha has got a start and end. Not only that, Parinami Bhavat. It has got a lot of Parinama. Dukkhatma Tattva, it has got a lot of dukkha filled with it. Okay, Vishayatva Hetoho, it always knows to objectify everything and sees, and hence it can never see the subject, and whenever it sees the subject also it will objectify it. Then it is not the subject. If you have objectified the subject, it is no more the subject. Because there is some other subject who is seeing that object now. Okay, so Manomaya Kosha is that way, and hence it cannot be Paratma. Is it clear? No doubts in this, correct? Now we will go to the next one. Vijnanamaya Kosha. Buddhir Buddhindriyai Sardham. Okay, Buddhir Buddhindriyai Sardham Savrittihi Kartralakshanaha. Vijnanamaya Koshasya Pumsaha Samsara Karanam. So Manomaya brings the first baby Aham Mama. Vijnanamaya further makes a fort around it. Okay. So what is he saying now? Buddhir Buddhindriyai Syat. Okay, Buddhihi and Buddhihi Indriyai Syat. Buddhir Buddhi Indriyai Syat. Buddhi is intellect. And Buddhi Indriyai is what? What is Indriya? What is Indriya?
Indriyas.
Indriya is an instrument.
Yeah.
An appendage. Okay. So Jnanendriya is that appendage which can go and get information. Karmendriya is which gives out something. So Buddhi Indriya is Jnanendriya only. Okay, the instrument of the Buddhi is Jnanendriya only. So Buddhi Jnanendriya yo militva sabhavati Vijnanamaya koshaha. So that is what he says. Buddhi Indriya sardham, sakam, samam, all this is joining, yuktam. Okay, when they are joined, savrittihi, those thoughts, kartrilakshanaha. Kartrilakshanaha, what is kartrilakshana? That doership, aham karta. Now comes here. You understand? So Manomaya brings mama and aham, and Vijnanamaya brings aham karaha. Kartrutva lakshanam, individuality. Not ego here. Huh? Okay. If it is ego, it will come back to Manomaya kosha, because that mama is very strong and that is ego. Here it is individuality. Kartrutva lakshanam. Kartru lakshanam. Vijnanamaya koshaha. So which means the buddhi and buddhirindriyahi or jnanendriyahi together, savrittihi, that modification of thought which gives kartru lakshanam, the doership, is called Vijnanamaya koshaha. Syat. Pumsaha samsara karanam, and that is the outcome of samsara for this person. By kartru lakshanam, the moment you get that individuality, ahaminasha bha, then only moksha. Ahaminasha bha. When that ahami is there is the question of moksha. That means this ahami is going to now extend its pervasion on manomaya, then from there pranamaya, then from there to annamaya, and thereby continue to do all the jobs by objectification, and then will become a prey of one's own vasanas and will continue to be, because kartrutva comes, karma will follow. Karma will give karma phalam. Karma phalam will give janma. Janma, karma, kartrutvam, karma phala, samsara, sagar. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Are you able to get that? Very clear logic is important. So if you see, that is why when you go to moksha, where all there are places to cut, you should know. And then the toughest one is to cut this individuality. Okay, you have to get the mind stable. Then only jnanam will come. That jnanam is what? That kartrutva lakshanam not being there is that jnanam. Atmajnanam is what? Ahankara nashaha atmajnanaha. For that manomaya has to be ready, prepared, should be proper. If that is messed up, it will never allow this. Are you able to get this? So, very clearly he says the outcome of this Vijnanamaya kosha is Kartra Lakshanam, and with Kartra Lakshanam, immediately you get Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jananam, which is Samsara Karanam. Very, very simple and a very clear way he is explaining how this Vijnanamaya kosha comes. Okay, so Buddhi, Jnanendriya, Militva, Yo Bhavati, Sa Vijnanamaya kosha. Vijnanamaya kosha, the moment, so now obviously, has it got Adya and Anta? Yes. Very clearly it has got. Vijnanamaya kosha has got Adya and Anta. Now don't say Vijnana has got Adya and Anta. There it is Buddhi, not Vijnana. That is why it is not Buddhimaya Kosha, it is Vijnanamaya Kosha here. Okay, and hence it becomes a samsara karana. Is it clear? Okay. Hopefully, if there are no doubts, can we go to the next one? Now see how he is talking. Because the moment you bring this kartru lakshanam or that ahankara, what has come into play? If ahankara has come, what has come into play? Till Manomaya Kosha, that was not there. Suddenly something has come to play now.
Desires.
Desire is Manomaya Kosha.
You said karma, right, Guruji? Because that is then.
So when karma comes, kartrutva bhava comes. Kartrutva bhava is what? Ahankara.
Yeah.
Correct? Individuality.
Right, individuality.
What is ahankara? Another name for it?
Ego.
Individuality, not ego.
Mm.
I am a human being. This is not ego.
Jivatma.
I am a different than an animal. I can speak. This is not an ego. It is I am individually different than the other person. That individuality comes in. Okay. The moment that comes in, how are you going to relate to Atma? What is this called? Ahankara.
So that the thinking then will be I am different from the other.
No, that is the outcome of it. But the moment there is something called ahankara, how is Atma and ahankara related?
Atma is projected through the ahankara, right, Guruji?
So what is-
reflection of
So what is it called?
reflected consciousness.
Correct, that's all.
Mm.
So now he's coming to the topic that in Vijnanamaya Kosha only RC comes.
Mm.
Are you able to get that?
Mm.
In Manomaya Kosha, Aham Mama came. In Vijnanamaya Kosha, RC is coming now. Because that RC can pervade through Aham and Mama, can pervade through Pranamaya, can pervade through Annamaya. Are you able to get that? Okay. So, the next sloka very clearly talks about it. Anuvraja, where is that sloka? Anuvraja chit pratibimba shakti. See the word used. Anuvraja, that is the immediate outcome. बोलते ना, light गिरा तो shadow आ गया. Anuvraja of what? Chit pratibimba shakti. See the word what he has used. The moment this individuality बोल के आया तो it is चैतन्य का प्रतिबिंब शक्ति ही, which is the immediate effect. You don't have to say that the moment that individuality बोला तो वो उधर आ गया. It is so instantaneous. Okay. So अनुव्रज चित प्रतिबिंब शक्ति ही. Okay. विज्ञान संज्ञः प्रकृतेर विकारः. Okay, this intellectual विज्ञान संज्ञः is विज्ञानमय कोशः. Earlier he has already told what is विज्ञानमय कोशः. Okay, that he is giving the name called विज्ञान संज्ञः. संज्ञः means that formation. Formation of what? In buddhi indriya with buddhi, that formation, that intellectual sheath. Prakritehe vikaraha, it is the modification of the prakriti. From where is this coming? It is coming from the modification of prakriti. Okay, that means very clearly it has a start and an end. It is not a part of Atma. It is not Atma. Okay, Prakriter Vikaraha Jnana Kriyavan Aham iti Ajasram Deha Indriyadishu Abhimanyate Brisham. Oh, see, idam is what was coming in that Manomaya Kosha. I, that individuality is called Aham, the RC. Correct? So, I, you have the OC and you have the RC. This OC and RC are together. The RC is what is available for us for all transaction, which is the individuality. How does this come? This comes instantaneously when Buddhi and Jnanendriya starts coming together. Immediately, Kriyavan, there is an activity, and then Kartrutva Bhava comes. That Kartrutva Bhava Aham RC is Chit Pratibimba. Anubrajata Chit Pratibimba Shakti. It is the Vijnanamaya Kosha. It is Vikara with full of modification and Jnana Kriyavan. Why Jnana Kriyavan? Why Jnana Kriyavan? For all these activities, how do you know? How do you know someone is dead or alive? Only by Kriya. If you can't understand directly, the doctor will put you into some machine which has got an ability to understand Kriyatmakata is there inside. Blood is flowing, air is coming in, going out, whatever that Kriya is on. Okay. Kriyavan with Jnanam. That means I am using intellect. Okay. And then Kartrutva is there. Okay. And that is Vijnanamaya Kosha. Why it is very clearly mentioned that way? Animals also have Vijnanamaya Kosha in a very small matra will be there, which is called cosmic intelligence. That program is running from there. But ours is a completely evolved buddhi. So, the Kriya is what I decide. When I say I, that individuality has come. Correct? And the moment that individuality comes, it is not going to keep quiet. It is going to do Kartrutva. It is going to have a doership. And how does it do the doership? The doership works because of two things. Jnana Shakti is the knowledge and Ichha Shakti from Manomaya. Okay, so it starts all the activity. Let it be a small baby who is born also, or the moment even within the mother's this is that knowledge which is there, which is saying that it has to move. At that level it is similar to animals, but still it is there. Okay, that is why if there is a problem, the child also faces the problem and the child responds to it. Okay, and of course when the child is born, complete Kriyatmakata is there. And slowly that Jnanam gets continuously developed. The Buddhi gets more and more Jnanam. And then Ahankara comes. Because till that you look at that baby actually will not have even an individuality. That individuality will be so subtle that I am just hungry. So there is a program to respond that I am hungry. There is a pain. There is a program that is the cosmic intelligence. That much only the Ahankara is there. But only with Jnanam, with experience, with a lot of such occasion, that ahankara starts getting crystallized. That is how that baby understands with such a short period, this is my mother. Even from the warmth or something. How is that? There is a jnanam coming there. There is a memory which stores this particular perception, that experience. And that experience is jnanam. That jnanam starts crystallizing out. Clear? So, what he says is, aham iti, the moment this vikara happens, aham, that I-ness first starts. Ajasram, that word ajasram is always, at every moment, that I-ness will never leave you. Ajasram, at all times. Okay. Deha indriyadishu abhimanyate brisham. This I immediately fortifies itself with this body and the indriyas. That is why every born child says, my body, I am hurt, it is paining me. That I, it gets completely embodied with this body and the indriyas. And the moment you talk about any of this, you will start joining it to this I. My body, my mind, my senses, everything starts that way. So even if you say senses do it, you mean my senses do it. That aham, even if it is told or not told, it has that implicit connection with it. The RC implicit connection instantaneously starts and will go only with jnanam. Only when it is gone, that time the jnanam is there. Are you able to get that? Till that it will be there. Okay. When jnanam comes also, that I, individuality, will be at the very, very samanya level. Because life is there. The RC will have to be there. That RC is that prarabdha now. Are you able to get that? Okay. So, he says, the moment this happens, this Vijnana Sanyaha Anubraja Chit Pratibimba Shakti, the moment it is there, it starts its activity and immediately uska sabse pehla bachcha hai aham. And that bachcha at all times will be embodied with this body and with the indriya, and always consider completely this as me. Okay. You will never call any part of your body as a third person. Huh? Think. You will not say, that hand is actually paining. The moment you say it is first person, you have already connected with that. Aham will be there. Even if you don't want, it will come out that way. And verbally, that is the way we express it. Okay? Right. Is it clear? Vijnanamaya Kosha?
Can you just explain one more time, Guruji, the full, just like
okay.
meaning of the, like.
Okay. With the Anuvrajata Chit Pratibimba Shakti, the reflection of the consciousness,
Okay.
which forms, which accompanies this Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is the modification of Prakriti. It is endowed with knowledge and action, Jnana Kriyavan. And it is always identified as I at all times with the limits of the body and my own indriya, abhimanyate, it will always identify completely with these. Why did he say that? Because he is now saying that the limitation of RC is only up to the body. If it was OC, you can't limit it to the body. Are you able to get that? The moment you say my or this body, you have already limited that RC to the body and to the senses. Is it clear? And it always connects with that. That ahankara's job is to connect with it. And what is ahankara? Chit pratibimba. Is it clear? Okay. Right. Then now see, as you go to these sheets, more and more shlokas are there because they are more subtle and they are explained more. Now there are 5 shlokas in this for Vijnanamaya Kosha. Manomaya had only 2, Pranamaya had 3, Annamaya had 2. Okay, so Manomaya has got, Vijnanamaya has got 5 shlokas. He says, Anadikalo ayam अनादिकालोयम अहम स्वभावः जीव समस्त व्यवहारवोढा करोति कर्माण्यपि पूर्ववासनः पुण्या पुण्यानि तत्फलानि. Okay, he is now explaining more about this Vijnanamaya Kosha. Says anadikalaha ayam aham swabhavaha. Anadikala means without a beginning. Ayam aham swabhavaha. This is the nature of this individuality. That aham is anadikalaha. Why is he saying that? See, when we talked about manas, we refer to the same thing, adi anta. Now he says anadikala, this is there. What is there anadikala? Can ahankara be anadikala? Okay, go logically. Ahankara, is it related to Vijnanamaya Kosha? How?
Because that is where it's a reflected consciousness, so that is where the aham comes.
Correct. So it is very clearly when he is talking, he is referring to Vijnanamaya Kosha.
Right.
The baby or that Vijnanamaya Kosha is so-called objectified as aham.
Right.
This aham is anadikala. Do you agree? Because I got this particular Vijnanamaya Kosha when I was born.
Are we going back to the kosha?
Correct? Ahankara is a part of what? In Shariratrayam, where does Ahankara come? Correct. My God.
Sukshma.
My God. You have to refer all this now.
No, Guruji, I was reading. No, Sukshma Sharira.
So will ahankara be there after death?
Yes. Because Sukshma Sharira doesn't die with that. Unless you have jnanam. But yeah.
How can you logically tell it is there? Because no one has gone and seen it. If it is there, you have to have some logic to say it was there. How do you know? Now you are giving a scope for the Shastras to fool you. Hey, kid. No, I have to just believe if the Shastra is saying it is there, oh, it must be there. That is incorrect, right?
Yeah, there has to be some proof. Like, I'm sure it is proven.
When you are born with what?
Is it related to Prarabdha, sir? Prarabdha, why?
Whose prarabdha?
My past.
My. What is this my? Whose vasanas? When I am born with certain vasanas, whose vasanas? समझ में आ रहा है? If you say a bank account has become dormant, and if the bank says that please come and activate it with your KYC, whose? दुनिया में सबको बोलेगा, तुमको बोल रहे भाई, your bank account embedded with you in their records. My karma phalam embedded with me, my ahankara, my vasanas with me, waiting to manifest in a new body. So, can ahankara go away? Just imagine if ahankara goes away, where does this word jivatma come? There is no place for a jivatma at all. Everyone are jivatmas. Pitru, where? If that ahankara, if it is not there, from where do you call pitru? किसी का घर पे भी कोई भी आ जाएगा खाने को, चलेगा क्या? नहीं, श्राद्ध पे मैं जिनको बुलाएगा उन लोग ही आना मानते हैं, तो उन लोग नहीं है क्या? Why? So that ahankara has to be there. Otherwise, how will that ahankara manifest into a new life? Sukshmataya ahankara is there. And that is why the karmas are done for the ahankara. Sadgati. The 13-day karmas are done post-death is for sadgati, means what? If that ahankara is not there, then for what? Okay, after 13 days, then where? Then ahankara is not there. So, our scriptures very clearly say that this ahankara will be there from when? From when Brahman is there, from when Prakriti is there. Till when? Till Jnanam. That is why he did not give Adi and Anta. Anta will be there here. But Anadi it is. It is beginningless for Ahankara, but Ahankara can have an end with Jnanam. Otherwise, this Ahankara will be into Punarapi Manaram, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam. Is it clear? That is called Samsara. That quality or qualitative Ahankara which differentiates itself from rest everything is always going to be in this Samsara. Correct? If that Ahankara itself is not there, then where is Samsara? No Samsara is required, right? The fact that we say Samsara is there, birth and death cycle, Ahankara is there. It is for that Ahankara only, right? It is going to take a birth and death. So, beginningless, this Ahankara is there. It may be in potential form in the Karana Sharira. It may become Vyakta in Sukshma form in a Jiva, in an alive person. It will be in a Vyakta form. It is manifested but not visible. That person knows, na, I am there, I. It is manifested. When it is unmanifested, post death. It is in potential form, but it is there. Ahankara cannot go. That Ahankara goes across Pralayam also. That is why the next Srishti are so cumulative Ahankaras coming out together. Is it clear? And that's what he says. He gives the word that it is Anadikalaha. Okay. So we will continue the shloka. Anadikalaha 186.1 in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Dhanyavadaha. Shubharatri.
धन्यवाद.
Yeah.